Live, A Sick End, King Cat Theater, Rise of Eve, and asickend.com is your website. And there's some jams up there I'm sure people can hear.
Yes.
And that's about a tricky woman.
A very tricky woman.
A tricky woman?
Yeah.
Well, as Run DMC says, it's tricky. It's tricky. So you guys come from all these places. You're here now and rocking, sounding good, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so I hear a little bit of this, I hear a little bit of that in there. But what's is there like I was like asking a band collectively like the one CD that you guys could put in the van or wherever you're driving that you could all agree on first. That tells me a little bit about a band. Like what's like an album?
Helmet. I would have to say Helmet.
Two great answers right there.
The meantime,
Yeah.
that
Helmet.
one. We always all groove to that and solid. And I mean, it's just because they have that heavy groove, and we're definitely about that. And we're about like the groove, like always keeping the groove there, but like having it heavy at the same time. It's not about the technicality as much as like easy listening.
Yeah, yeah,
if you
no
can
doubt.
believe that.
And well, that's cool. You said Tool. Who
Yeah,
I mean, if you don't like
I mean,
Tool,
we throw Tool on, and it's like, that's it. No one argues. No
I
one
think it's
says it that
un-American
way.
of you to not like Tool.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely,
it's true.
definitely.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a
I mean, they are.
People frown upon you if you don't like
I
Tool.
frown upon you. But it's cool you said Helmet because, you know, it doesn't sound like you guys need a lot of synth and like background sound effects or anything. And the Helmet, if you guys are into them, they are so like, if anything, by compared to today's standards, underproduced. Like they got like punk rock mentality when it comes to the studio because it's just sounds like they did it all in one take, but made it like work
It's
perfect.
quality,
Love it.
man.
Love
it's
it,
really
love it.
quality rock. If you haven't checked it out, definitely look into them. And
Yeah, dude.
Or
well, the Meantime Action's great. What do you guys think of like the last Helmet or two?
Yeah.
It's different.
It's a little
It's
questionable.
different lineup, different
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Betty and Aftertaste.
Oh yeah.
So.
yeah,
Didn't they just
Those
come
are
to
more
town,
my
right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see
they're
them.
on their way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And they have, I don't know if they still have Tempesta, who I love as a drummer. Like,
Yeah, dude, that drummer is hands down one of my favorites when it comes to style and flavor and taste. It's right on.
we're
It's
on
right
it. Favorite of your instrument. Go.
God, favorite. That's tough. I could just name a few.
First
my,
one. I'm
My
gonna take the
first,
first
my
one.
first biggest inspiration was definitely Tim Alexander from Primus. I mean, I listened to Primus since I was in 4th grade,
Awesome,
and
dude.
so I mean that drummer, you know, like
He's
totally-
unique, man, but fits. You know.
He
That's-
totally turned me on to just funky weirdness, you know, just strange, strange flavors. you
Funky
know.
weirdness says it all. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Mine's Hendrix.
Hendrix, there you go. All right, Seattle boy.
Yeah, love the Hendrix, and that's what inspired me to come here to Seattle. Of course, at least be around where he was.
Be
around.
near Jimmy.
Be near Jimmy. And
Have you been to the EMP?
Yeah, I've been. Love the MP. Free on Thursdays. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
And then I've been to his grave like.
Right on.
Like the first 4 years I was here in Seattle, I went to his grave.
A lot of
on his
history,
birthday.
and I love Jimmy. Also, an American to not like Jimmy.
Yes. Yes.
So.
I've almost gone to fight because some kid didn't like Jimmy. I
Good
was
for
like,
you. Next time, I want to see you going all the way.
Throw
Fight.
down.
Have that fist meet the jaw. No. You got a
Close.
favorite?
It's close.
Jeez. Definitely Paige, Hendrix, Cantrell as well. You know.
Oh man,
Stevie.
love Cantrell.
Oh yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Ooh, another.
Can't
Oh
forget
man,
that.
Throwing some good names there.
yeah. A lot of influences.
SRV, miss that dude. Wish he was still jamming.
Yeah.
I've been into pretty much everybody who plays bass, really. I like all music, so I grew up on a lot of Korn, Mudvayne,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of that
Hey
mainstream
man, I love me
stuff,
some
and
Fieldy going. Pow,
Les
pow.
Claypool is another one of my
That guy has a
favorites.
lot of
You gotta
energy.
love Primus, but
Yeah.
pretty much
Claypool, hell
there's too many to name, really. You
Yeah.
know? And then whichever one of the two Tool bass players you can pick out, I love those guys. Either one of them.
Justin. No, either one.
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
Both. No, totally.
Justin's probably
Yeah. It'd be un-American to hate either.
yeah, exactly.
You must love them both. So patterns. Let's talk about it. We're going to get into the next jam. What's patterns about? There's patterns in music. There's patterns in nature.
Patterns of life.
Patterns of life.
That's what it is.
The quilt my mom made me has patterns on it.
Yeah.
What patterns are you talking about?
Just life in general. The rituals for the living or the rituals for the dying, whichever one you decide to take. It's the pattern that you choose.
Oh, love it. Okay.
That's what it is.
Enough said. All right, back from the King Cat Theater, back into A Sick End. This is Patterns on Hot Rocks. Sick End. Hey, I'm Steve Rock. This is Hot Rocks, and they are right here, the band of the evening, as we are rocking. Did you like what you hear? Any questions, comments, concerns, and things you don't like about the show? Don't call about those. But if you have like a happy comment that would make me look really good, call. Look, right here. boost my ego. I need it, as well as ASIC, and they won't get mad about the nice things you have to say about that awesome song, Patterns. So give us a call. We're live right off of Aurora here, Hot Rocks. Patterns. We were talking about all kinds of patterns. Do you guys, when jamming, when putting together tunes, like, do you think about patterns? Does it just come together organically, or?
Pretty organically. Yeah.
We try to keep it organic. We definitely bring structure into it. You know, I mean, we'll definitely talk about structure and, you know, like how we want to do it. But we always want to keep it natural sounding. You know, we want it to just flow.
What flows? What flows? Definitely.
Because that groove, like I said before, we're about just keeping that groove going. Because we try to step outside. You know, I'm sure as many musicians do, and try to hear it as a listener to where, you know, if I heard this band without ever hearing it before, would I be able to groove to it, hang out with it, you know?
Yeah.
But
get
we
down
all
and
have our
actually listen to
moments. There's the moments there.
There's moments where it's like, it's unnatural. We can't do it. You
Yeah,
know?
right.
Sometimes we'll disagree and be like, I want to play this part. I feel like it's natural, you know? And you just have to play it over and over until something else happens.
No doubt,
You know?
no doubt. Well, I like that you said that too, because some musicians that I've talked to, they like play it off like, oh, I never think about anyone but myself when I write this riff or something. And it's like, there's no way you're not able to think about others when you're creating music, because the way you even got into music was because of other people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
can.
that,
you know.
the more I say, I mean, you're never wrong in your own opinion. You can make music a million different ways, but I think you look at it at different, you know, from different perspectives, whether it's from a listening point of view, whether you're playing drums, bass, whatever. I think the more the better, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
definitely. Well, you know, I mean,
It's hard to open up your mind sometime to this guy's way he wants to do it, or this guy.
Yeah. Oh,
or
definitely.
this guy. You
It's,
know, we all
it's
have
never
our-
a
we all
smooth
have our
ride. It's never a
moments.
smooth ride, but you know, you find that happy medium.
By the
where
end of the
everyone-
jam, though, we got our stuff.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know, we got
Yeah.
into practice, it's good.
Yeah. By the
good.
time we're done, you know, everybody feels like they got their say.
And we
Everyone's,
practice a lot.
yeah, we practice quite a bit. You know. We
You guys
can-
are just all up here, what, Greenwood, did you say?
Yeah,
Oh,
Greenwood.
Yeah, just
right
right
up
around
the
the way.
street.
Props to Greenwood.
Yeah.
Props Greenwood.
Aurora.
Aurora. And so you jam close to your place, like you guys.
Oh
Right
yeah.
down the road.
Right off of Aurora, right next
Rick's
to
Automotive.
the house.
Nice. Yeah, props to Rick's.
Right out back, and you go in the back there. If anyone is looking for a rehearsal space, you can actually go ahead and look up Rick's, and you can go maybe
That's awesome.
if you'd like to, you might want to check it out.
There you go, dude. And does that probably help with, you know, I talk to bands that are from so far away they all have to meet up to jam. Like, you guys get in there once, twice, 10 times a week. Like, what's
3 to 4 sometimes. You know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Friday, Saturday,
We
Sunday.
live
at
close,
least.
and it's just easy. We just call each other.
Yeah.
If he's doing something, I'll call Bruno up, be like, hey, we got to jam that riff last night. We got to jam it over and over and over. And
Yeah.
he'll be like, sweet, I'm not doing anything. So it's just quick.
Hop, skip, and a jump
Yeah.
right down, and it's 24/7. You know, it's you know, you can't shake a stick at it, really. I mean, you got
That's cool.
other bands in there too, so it makes it cheap, you know, and it's totally secure. So it's
Dig
really
that.
nice to have it right there. It's very convenient, and it helps us to.
And what on top of that is it? Do you just bring in a water? Do you need a Four Loko or a Pilsner or what's?
Sixer, you know, or two, or
A
whatnot.
bottle
you know.
of whiskey.
Yeah,
Oh.
you know,
Yeah, love
pass
the
that
whiskey.
around, you know, amongst other things and fun.
Stuff.
You
Fun
know,
stuff.
things
Fun
and stuff.
Yeah, things, stuff,
there
and
you go.
things.
There you
Yeah, yeah.
So tell me about the next show coming up on the 1st, right?
Yeah, we're playing with the band, an old school band from Seattle, pretty much, MTF,
MTF.
on October 1st.
Yeah, I know those guys. They're buddies.
Yeah, at Fuel in Pioneer Square.
With MTF at Fuel, that's on the 1st.
Yes. Yeah, so that's a Friday night, and I think it's, you know, like $7, so not very much to get in, and there's lots of good times.
Good rock.
So
That's right. And you guys have probably noticed there's a lot of local, like, you know, why I'm sitting in this chair trying to convince people there's always stuff going on.
There is.
In,
Oh, it's mind-blowing.
dude, in our city, like, big or small, whatever, there's always a show of some kind, and that's
too
what's really
much,
cool, man.
too much sometimes. You just
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You
the
can't catch
competition's
them all.
high.
What do I
but-
wanna
If you
do?
can catch them all, I'll give you a cookie.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Dude, I like to point out the one night that I had to speed from Black Label Society to Alice in Chains, and then I had to jog to Cannibal Corpse.
Oh wow.
That's a night.
That's
Well,
worth it,
Seattle.
though.
That's
Well,
well, that's a good.
Very well worth it. No, one of my more favorites. I wasn't mad.
Definitely.
No.
Good time. If you can make them all, that's got to be fun.
No
Gotta be
doubt.
fun.
Well, we're going to get Through the Pines, Through the Pines in just a few here. What can you tell me about the tune before we do?
Oh, jeez.
Because I think about snowboarding instantly when I hear the name of that.
Oh,
I,
why
it may
not?
have
Yeah.
nothing to do with it,
I
but
love
I just think about.
snowboarding.
Do you?
It has something to do with snow. It is definitely.
Through the Pines. Jeez. Yeah.
through
the
the pines.
illusions that we have, and you're driving
Vices.
through them. It's more of a